Hello everybody, this is Dr. Cole, Sunday afternoon, February 13th, Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday and happy Valentine's Day tomorrow as we move into week 6 of Political Science 3143, Comparative Government for the spring term. Everybody, we have Great Britain on the syllabus for this week, the first of our 11 countries we're going to look at, 1 week at a time, for the rest of the term. We began a discussion today is Sunday, and I imagine most of you will not post until tomorrow or Tuesday, but it runs today, Sunday through Tuesday, asking you to think about the ongoing Partygate scandal in the United Kingdom, how that is being handled differently than it might be in the United States. Also think about whether you think it really merits the removal of Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Then Thursday, we've sent you 3 articles about Great Britain for a quiz, 10 items on those 3 articles, and that will be all day this Thursday, the 17th, for 24 hours. 1 article to do with Brexit, and 2 having to do with Prime Minister Boris Johnson, his recent difficulties, and who might succeed him if he has to leave the Prime Ministerial office. All right, so we'll have a discussion today through Tuesday and a quiz on Thursday. Now, the material is on the course website, the course notes for class notes for lectures 8 and 9. A couple of things to think about as you look at this material, everybody. As you look at lecture 8, keep in mind perhaps the main point there is that democracy in Great Britain developed gradually. Other countries in the world sometimes have tried to democratize all at once, but it happened very gradually in the United Kingdom. And some people think that since it happened that way, that enabled democracy to put down deep roots in the United Kingdom, deeper than elsewhere perhaps, which points potentially to a problem in other countries if they try to democratize more suddenly all at once as compared to the way Great Britain did it. Also, everybody, as you look at the lecture 9 material, we're dealing here with a country that in some respects is the best country we have to look at comparatively vis-a-vis the United States, because it's a parliamentary as opposed to a presidential system. And we'll be looking at other examples of parliamentary systems as we go along. But keep in mind, there is not a separation of powers as we have in the United States Constitution. The Prime Minister is the head of government and is a sitting member of the House of Commons, so there's no separation between the legislature and the executive in the same way that we have in the United States. Okay? It's a bicameral system, but the House of Lords almost completely is made up of figureheads now. The power lies almost entirely with the House of Commons. Okay. The electoral system resembles ours in some respects and not others. Okay. There's about 650 members of the House of Commons, each elected from a single member district. Okay. There are 2 predominant parties, Labour and the Conservatives, but also other parties, most notably the Liberal Democrats. So some people call it a 2.5-party system. Of course, the very important difference is whichever party gains a majority in the House of Commons, that party's leader becomes the Prime Minister, the head of government. Also noteworthy is that it is a constitutional monarchy, with the position a head of state separated from that a head of government. The monarch vis-a-vis the Prime Minister, 2 positions that are united in the person of the President of the United States, who sometimes is referred to as an elected monarch. Now, we think of the monarch of the UK as a figurehead, but on the other hand, for them to get rid of the monarchy would be a very big deal. They say the monarch reigns but does not rule, but to get rid of the monarch would be a big deal, and it will be a very big deal when Queen Elizabeth II passes, as she may do very soon, seeing that she's now 95 years old and about to celebrate the 70th year of her reign. All right, everybody. So those are some things to think about as we look at Great Britain. We began a discussion today, which will run through Tuesday. We'll take a quiz on some material related to Great Britain on Thursday as we look at those class notes for lectures 8 and 9 this week. Contact me in case of any questions, problems, issues, or difficulties, and we will speak to you again at this time next week when we will be beginning to look at Canada as opposed to the United Kingdom. So look at that material on the UK, take part in your discussion quiz. We'll talk to you again this time next week.